So I'm going to ask you one last time. Are you refusing to leave the property or identify your residency?
I'm about to go to the store.
Okay, so go. Get moving. If I see you back on property, you'll be detained. You do not live on property. You refuse to identify. And you're refusing to leave.
Who are you, dude?
Property security. It's what we're here for.
You haven't identified yourself.
I'm property security. I'm with Front Range Patrol.
Yeah, I don't know
33.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name. I'm not a police officer. You don't pay my paycheck. My taxes don't do nothing about me. But your taxes have nothing to do with me.
I don't have to give you my name, dude.
Okay, so I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle now, man. I'm not going to do this with you tonight.
You're going to open my vehicle?
Absolutely. You're on private property. You're refusing to identify, and you're refusing to leave private property. Okay, what unit?
I live here.
What unit?
I live here.
So I can advise property management.
Who are you, dude?
Who on their property is acting like an absolute child. Making threats.
Making threats?
Yeah, you told me, do you really want to do this right now? When I simply asked you to turn the music down and stop smoking in the parking garage.
I turned it down.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a threat.
I turned it down.
And I also advised you that you need to identify yourself.
And you open my door.
Because you're on private property.
No, I live here.
I don't care.
I live here, dude.
I don't care. You have refused on several occasions.
Dude.
You've been asked several times what unit you live in.
I'm about to go to the store.
Well, it's too late for that now.
No, it's not.
Now we're waiting for my partner.
No, it's not, dude.
Yeah, we are.
You open my door, man. Okay. I'm about to go. Now this dude want to block me from leaving.
So you claim to be a resident? Are you going to tell me what unit you live in?
I'm trying to leave, dude.
Okay, so here's how it's going to go, man.
I'm trying to leave, bro. I'm trying to leave.
Oh, cool. So now you're willing to hear me.
I'm trying to leave, man.
So here's how it goes, man.
I'm trying to leave, dude.
You're refusing to identify what unit you live in.
I'm trying to leave, dude.
And as soon as you're questioned about it, you're like, oh, I actually live here. Oh,
I do.
Now that they're actually going to do something, I'm going to decide to leave property. So as far as we're concerned, you are not a resident of this property. If I see you on property again, you will be detained.
Okay.
If I see your car here, unless, again, I don't see any sort of permit. If I see your car in the parking lot again, it will be towed. You understand?
No, I don't, but okay.
No, it will.
I hear you.
Okay. So are you going to come back to the property, or do you understand?
I hear you.
You hear me? Awesome. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. There's a seat here.
Just leave her alone. She's still.
There's a seat. There's a seat here.
You can record all day.
There's a seat here. It's okay.
You see? There's no space.
Look, exactly. We're all sitting. It's all right.
But there's no space.
You're sitting, sir.
Did I give you permission?
You are right, but
Okay, but can you move? Can you move,
Oh my
please?
God! No, I'm not
I'm
moving.
not giving you permission to record.
No,
so can
I'm
you
not
move?
moving. No, I'm not moving.
You have to tell me you're recording. You're not even
No, I don't have to tell. I will kill you. Kill me.
Lugar smijenja se boli, tako. Gostije, budete za glupa.
ya está, no, quédate ahí.
Lugar.
Excuse me.
She just spit in my face.
Lugar smijenja se. Can you move, please? Because I was sitting here and she came here. Can you move, please?
So you're sitting, I'm sitting, there's
No,
space.
you came to my space.
Sir, we're all sitting.
We are in a
Okay, I know, but she came to...
That is absolutely
Yeah, in public
fine.
place you can record.
You can record. But see, why are you But because over a seat, ma'am, it's not. It's not the point. The point is, I guess you cannot walk away without speaking to her, ma'am. So are you saying it's okay if I go to the first row and just sit in between two people like that now? No, I'm not. That's not right. That's what she does. Okay, but I will speak with her about that. I am going to talk to her about that. Ma'am, can you step back from me, please? I am going to speak to her. This is not
you please hear me?
Baby, I'm already on the phone with the law, sir.
No, I'm getting the insurance.
Get it, baby. Get the insurance, but leave me alone. You could have, look at this. You could have killed him.
On me, please. My mom's on the phone.
Okay, I'm on the phone with
Don't
already.
call them.
I am on the phone with her already. Sir, I'm not taking your word for that. You have to be
she's
responsible.
on the phone. Mom,
I don't care.
Tell
no.
her, Mom, she's getting the insurance.
Ma'am, so please send the laws.
Here, can you talk to her?
No,
she's
no,
getting
you
the
could
insurance.
have killed him.
I know we have money.
You could have, I don't care about money. You could have killed him. That money, that's a right.
I know, and I care about it. Hey, sir, we're getting the insurance right now. Please don't do it to me.
It to you. You could have fucking
I
killed
understand. But we're just getting the insurance, man. Please don't do it to me.
Leave
Please
him alone.
My mom's right here.
You better not look like you want to say nothing to me.
So it broke the skin and scabbed over.
Ashley Armstrong already had a lecture with her 11-year-old son, Jordan. Scabs from tattoos are now seen down his arm reading, "I heart my Lord," plus initials tattooed on his hands.
He got punishment for it. He got punished for it. He knows better. He shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Now the Greenville mother wants answers.
These kids are getting these tattoos in class, and not one teacher noticed it.
Armstrong received a call from the school nurse at Travis Intermediate Tuesday. She was told to get lab work done immediately on her 6th grade son. Thursday, Greenville ISD confirmed the in-school tattooing of students. A statement posted to social media read, "Teachers assigned to the classrooms where the incident allegedly occurred have been suspended pending the outcome of an investigation." Going on to say students gave each other tattoos using temporary ink and the same needle. Greenville ISD is working with law enforcement to identify all students involved. The district didn't say how many students were tattooed or how the tattoo needle got into the school. Armstrong's son told her a boy in class approached him and the tattoo was done in the classroom with a teacher in the room.
The needle was shared several times from one class to another class to another class. It's with the needle, so I don't care if it's temporary ink or not.
But Armstrong is still unsure what is under her son's skin, hoping the scabs don't scar. Test results came back negative for any diseases, but the 11-year-old is due back to the doctor next week as a precaution.
This could affect him. Seriously affect him. Yeah, I'm not letting up on none of that.
And I asked Armstrong how many parents here from Travis Intermediate have reached out to her and also have confirmed that their children were also tattooed. She tells me more than a dozen parents as of this afternoon have reached out to her about this, saying their children were also tattooed, but that number has not been confirmed or released by the district.
Think or have this make-believe story. I left because I wanted initially, I guess, space to see maybe will the space bring us back together, or do I need this space because I just need to rip off that Band-Aid. So, and initially I wanted the space or the break to rip that Band-Aid off. So, but no, like no ill will, nothing bad. Just sometimes people don't work out. People grow apart. Like sometimes one person might want to be still in the situation and the other person is like, this isn't working. It happens, you know? Right, it just didn't work out. And that is all good.
The black dating market was built on economic exclusion, right? I need y'all to understand that. There's nothing that a black man or black woman could do to cause this, right? I'm gonna walk y'all through it and break it down so that way we can have a conversation. So the thing is that black people were set up to fail. Y'all keep acting like the problem is black men versus black women, but like we woke up one day and just decided to hate each other. No, the real problem is that black men got systemically robbed, black women got systemically locked out, and then America told us to date like white people, right? In a system that was never built for us to win. Right, so let's just start with the facts. Black men weren't allowed to build generational wealth. Every time we tried, they stole it. Tulsa, burn. Rosewood, burn. The GI Bill handed to white men when black men got scrapped. Social Security literally excluded black workers at first, right? So white men got free land, free houses, free education, and a head start. Black men, you know what they got? Job discrimination, mass incarceration, and redlining. But somehow we're expected to be providers in the same way. How? With what? Right? Like that's the conversation that black men are trying to have. But hold on. There's another conversation that's going on at the same time. Black women weren't allowed to build financial security either. Right? They couldn't own property for years. Right? Couldn't even get a bank account without a husband or father signing. Right? Got pushed into domestic work that paid nothing. Right? So, and they were forced to be main caretakers even when they work full time. So now they're exhausted, right? Because America expects them to work full-time and be full-time caregivers, unpaid, no development, nor growth. Are you seeing it? Right? The American dating model was never for us. The American dating model does not work with black couples. The reason why white couples prospered back in the day was government handouts, one-income households that only worked because government backed the wealth. The government was acting like somebody's wife. Right? And black people never got that. Okay, so instead of fixing the system, America just told us, work harder. Black men stop being so broke. Black women stop being so independent. No, just fix the decades of exclusion that got us here. Okay, just fix the road that took us here, and we'll stop walking on it. Okay, so black men were never allowed to build wealth. So the struggle to become they struggle becoming the providers America expects them to be. That is all that happened. Okay, and the lack of sympathy that we're being encouraged to show to each other is just wrong, right? Black women were forced to work and do unpaid labor, so now they're exhausted and don't want to carry men. Period. That's it. Okay? Black women could not be paid to work, but had to. Do you understand that? You, like black men, we at least got to have the land stolen from us. A black woman would have never got that deal. Okay, she would have had to stay home her whole life. Had to find a man her whole life. Okay, like that isn't normal, bro. You didn't need to go find a wife to be able to succeed in life. You didn't feel like that. Okay, and I hate that I have to explain it, but we're not the enemy. Both are struggling, but instead of fixing the system, America just makes us turn on each other. So if we're going to talk about black dating struggles, we have to talk about how economic exclusion created relationship insecurity in the first place. Stop blaming each other. Start blaming policies that rob both of us.
It is easy. Forget that dollar bill. Now, I don't see you no matter what. You walk in that door, you will be seeing you bring your grandma with you. I don't see her too. Okay.
But here's what amazed us even more. In the nearly 40 years Dr. Z has been practicing,
That was good.
he's never taken a real vacation.
I think you'll live.
Tells every patient they can call him 24/7, 365.
There you go.
I have his cell phone number.
Does everybody have his cell phone?
He's always available.
This guy seems almost unbelievable.
He is unbelievable because you'll never meet another person like him ever.
A superhero, but hardly invincible. A few months ago, Dr. Z was diagnosed with cancer.
So I got 2 separate cancers. One renal, one rectal. But I don't give up.
And to add insult to injury, Dr. Z didn't have insurance. There was a whole series of snafus, but bottom line is he had no way to pay for his radiation treatments. Until his patients turned the tables on that ever-giving doctor.
I'm like, let's fight. What can we do?
Dr. Z will not give up on you, so we damn sure ain't giving up on her.
Whatever needs to be done to save Dr. Z, we're going to do it collectively.
So, collectively, they started a crowdfunding campaign. Nearly 1,000 people donated, raising more than $100,000. Today, his prognosis is good.
Right.
He got his insurance back, and now plans to funnel any money left over back into the community.
Over that mouth. You know what? I'm going to say something that may seem crazy as heck. I'm thankful that I got cancer. Because I am the happiest man on the planet, no matter what the outcome. What we have shown and why we sitting in this table right now to show America this is what you're about. We about giving.
So in both of these videos, you have a common theme. One, you have a European immigrants, meaning the wife and the children. And in the second video, you have a American male, true American male, as I like to say, right? A Caucanite. And in both instances, one dealt with a black woman being treated a certain type of way and talked to a certain type of way. The other instance deals again with a black male being talked to a certain type of way and also treated a certain type of way as well. The very first video, you were able to see the European immigrants who came directly from wherever, fresh imports. They still have the accent from their homeland, their motherland, and the exact same actions that they would commit to, that they were prescribed to in their native home. They brought that all the way over to the United States and committed those exact same actions. So how they treat the Africans, if anybody wants to look this up, I've showcased videos about this over the years. The same exact way that they would treat the Africans over in their country. They're coming over and treating black Americans the exact same way, even though this is not their country, even though this is not their homeland. They have no lineage, no nothing here. But they feel so emboldened by the ruling class that they feel that they can act on the exact same teachings as their nation. And in the video, you were able to see the husband have an issue with the black woman. Knowing the fact that there isn't a man around, he decided that he wanted to get aggressive with her and knock the phone out of her hand. The second instance was the wife. She decided, along with holding her child, that she wanted to reach across her husband and attempt to do the exact same thing, right? This is both of the parents committing these actions and teaching their children, hey, this is how we deem and see black Americans. You are to do just as we do, right? This is how I always state that if you want to fix anything dealing with racism or things like that in America within the white household, you start with home, because those are the first people that will teach their kids how to treat other people. And then for a third strike, you had the wife decide that since the first two aggressive actions did not work out from the husband and her, that she was going to decide to use a bodily agent and aim that directly at the black woman. Ridiculous. Again, this is a type of hatred. In order for you to do something like that, you have to have a serious disdain. You have to have a severe hatred for another person. That means that you are looking down upon that person, that that person is worthless, that they are below you. Again, this is, as a black American, I'm explaining this. I'm seeing this as it takes place. And again, that was something that was blurred out just to, make sure everything is everything. And then after the police were called, everybody started standing up. Notice how the other people there that were non-black, they didn't really get aggressive about the situation. They didn't really try to stand up and really defend the black woman or the black women specifically there. They just stood there and were like, hey, you don't do that, right? It wasn't the exact same actions as which were carried out towards that black woman, who was innocent, by the way. She didn't do anything wrong. She was not even aggressive. She didn't even utter any type of instances or words that anybody could categorize as like, oh, she's antagonizing. She did this, she did that. Or the classic, I wonder what she did before the camera was on. I'm not saying that this is right, but this is just not normal actions from human beings. Something obviously have led to this moment, right? Because you have these people always trying to look for an excuse, but there wasn't one, realistically. And even the cop told her that, hey, this is a public, she's able to record, right? They tried to get off on that one. And then next they tried to use the whole fact of where it is that she sat down or whatever it is. Again, anything that she committed to, any action that she did, was not reasonable enough for them to act in such a way, right? And then that goes into the instance dealing with the cop. Well, I'm sorry, not the cop, the rent-a-cop, 5-star, right? And how aggressive he was and how he was treating the black man, how it is that he was being all aggressive at the door, pull down your window, this, that, and the third. I'm seeing this and figuring this as a threat. He sounds like a flunky. He sounds like somebody that tried to be a cop but wasn't successful, right? He just didn't make the mark. So he opted to be security because he still has some authority. He still has some power. People still have to listen to him, right? He more than likely was the type of guy that got picked on in school. And in order for him to get his get back, he wanted to become law enforcement so that he can potentially run into the bullies or the people that looked down or treated him bad in middle school and high school, right? And also so that he can impress the girls who turned him down throughout his life. But again, he failed. But other than that, he then later on got so aggressive to the point that he opened up the car door. Now note, he's a security guard, but he decided to open up the car door of a black man for no reason. And then not only that, he decided to sit up there and pull a taser. That's some crazy work. But a lot of people would like to say, well, in America, it doesn't have to be about, it's not about race. It's not about race. Then why with these two incidences, we clearly see this happen to a black woman and a black male, and they're being treated pretty much within the same exact lines and way, right? Which is disrespectfully, which is lacking of a certain type of humanity, love, value, dignity, right? And again, this has to do obviously with race because we can clearly see what side is negative, which side is positive, who's getting the negative treatment and who's not. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I've stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.